We're a dairy operation in Holt's Corner, Tennessee. We have 178 acres. We do crops on 91 of them. We grow corn, grass hay, grass mix hay, wheat hay, and alfalfa. We've had good experiences with Avail and Nutrisphere-N both. We've been using the Avail for 2 seasons. We've used the Nutrisphere for 1 season and have stacked both products. We've been experiencing through the tissue and soil samples I've been doing, we're experiencing more phosphate uptake in the plant by using less phosphate fertilizer to achieve this. It's been responding a whole lot better growth in the crop, health in the crops, especially in the alfalfa. We're getting better growth. We used to take off 26-inch alfalfa every 30 to 32 days. Now with the Avail technology, we can take off 32-inch alfalfa every 26 days. Leaf retention's better. Leaf disease is a lot less severe. It's all around been a better product. With the Nutrisphere-N, we've experienced better yield. We've experienced getting that yield with less nitrogen inputs, and application flexibility urea is way beyond what it used to be just using the product alone. On our farm, we use a lot of dairy manure. We have to spread it out on all the different crop ground that we operate, and if you have dairy manure or any kind of manure, you're going to have a lot of phosphate buildup in the ground. And by the testing we've been doing even prior to using the Avail products, that we're experiencing quite a bit of buildup of phosphate in the soil, but we weren't getting phosphate into the plant. So we decided it was time to make a move in a different direction to try to correct those problems. We've seen a lot better drought tolerance due to the fact that rooting is way better. In corn specifically, you'll see up to 25% more fibrous root growth. Your root penetration is going to be a lot better. You can probably look for 5-6 inches more root penetration. The alfalfa stays a lot healthier. When you're cutting your hay, you don't experience the leaf loss, or when you're trying to get your hay up. That grass hay, it starts off at a better pace. You build a little better stem so your hay doesn't bed on you whenever you're trying to take it. Right before you start cutting, we get a lot of early spring storms in here that'll just knock hay flat, and our hay seems to stand a lot better, and the stay green in the corn seems to be a lot better. We use the Nutrisphere-N on corn. We use it in wheat hay and in the grass hays. We also have used it in Bermuda grass hay. We use it some on pastures, midsummer pastures. What we found is that we're using a lot less nitrogen fertilizer, and we're getting a tremendous amount more crop out of it. We've run grass hay up. We're pulling that extra roll of the acre out of grass hay with it. You get your second cutting growth. Your regrowth is faster because you still got nitrogen in the soil working. It's in a broken down state, ready to make the crop go. Corn, it's night and day using the Nutrisphere with urea, especially at side dress. You can side dress with Nutrisphere on urea, and you'll have nitrogen in there breaking down all the way through ear fill, which is something using an ammonia type product we've never experienced before. So we can give that corn that last 30-day punch it takes to really fill those ears out. Improve plant health, improve yield, survivability is better. With Bermuda grass that we've grown before, they recommend 4 applications of nitrogen a year. We've cut that back to 2. We can use a little more urea and cut the passes down, which that cuts your fuel bill out. But and it grows better with half as many applications using the Nutrisphere on it. It's very good. The stacking, it gives you a lot better flexibility application to both products. We can start spreading fertilizer when we need to, not whenever we have to. You can go a little earlier in the spring, go ahead and get those products on. The growth with them together is better than it is with the products apart. They complement each other very well in a mixture. And I've used it on all types of hay. I have stacked corn, I have stacked it. Anything you can stack, I've stacked, and it works. It plain works. The environmental aspect of using the Avail and the Nutrisphere, like I say, we have a lot of dairy manure, so phosphate leaching could be a problem. We have to worry about how much phosphate we have in the soil, how it's going to affect to the groundwater. If we can put less phosphate out and drive it all up through the plant, that's going to affect how much is left over in the soil. And also by reducing the risk of having hard metal collide with the Avail and keeping it from penetrating into the soil, where we get these hard rains and it washes that phosphate right off into the watershed. So that's a lot better for the environment. It's a lot better for us. We've experienced better plant health, we've experienced better plant survivability in adverse conditions, the yield is better, and actually in the dairy business, feed quality is a big issue. So when we can drive more nutrients into the plants, we can put better quality forage in front of our cattle, which that increases milk production. It has been a benefit, and we will continue to use these products. And the Nutrisphere will make your nitrogen go farther, and the Avail is phosphate the way it was meant to be.